Daytime television took an unexpected turn when Joy Behar, a longtime co-host of The View, made a comment that ignited a media firestorm. During a heated discussion about Karoline Leavitt, the newly appointed White House press secretary, Behar claimed that Leavitt was only given the position because of her looks. She stated,
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
The statement immediately drew backlash, as it was seen as dismissive of Leavitt's credentials. What was intended as a sharp remark quickly escalated into a controversy that would threaten Behar's career.
So when I was fired the last time from this show,
Wait,
people say to me, were you okay with that? And my answer is, I was happy.
As soon as the clip aired, social media exploded with criticism. Viewers from all political backgrounds condemned Behar's words, labeling them as sexist and hypocritical. Many pointed out that The View has consistently promoted women's empowerment, yet Behar's comment directly undermined that message. Hashtags calling for her resignation trended on Twitter, and the debate made its way to mainstream news.
First up is the media's reaction to Donald Trump's new press secretary, Karoline Leavitt. The left pretends to be a champion of women until they find one who is a conservative. Once that happens, they love nothing more than tearing down women with the most petty and vacuous of insults.
Some critics argued that if a male commentator had made similar remarks about a female political figure, the backlash would have been even more severe. The pressure on Behar to apologize or face consequences intensified rapidly. The controversy wasn't just limited to public opinion, political figures and media analysts weighed in as well. Prominent female politicians criticized Behar for belittling another woman's professional achievements based on her appearance.
She's been around for some time, but how's this? She's just 27, but she's fantastic. This is the brand new press secretary representing the president.
Even some of her colleagues in the media distanced themselves from her remarks. Major news networks picked up the story, with primetime anchors questioning whether Behar had finally crossed a line she couldn't recover from. Conservative commentators, who had long criticized The View for its liberal bias, used the incident to highlight what they saw as hypocrisy within mainstream media.
Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Karoline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism. This online commentator said, disgusting Joy Behar of The View accuses Karoline Leavitt of being hired only because Donald Trump thought she was a 10.
Rather than ignoring the controversy, Karoline Leavitt took decisive action. Instead of engaging in a public back and forth, she filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Behar. The lawsuit alleged that Behar's remarks were not just careless, but intentionally malicious, aimed at discrediting Leavitt's professional reputation.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
Legal experts were stunned by the case, with many calling it one of the most significant lawsuits in daytime television history. If Behar lost, the financial and reputational damage would be enormous. The lawsuit also sparked debates about whether public figures should be held legally accountable for statements made on television.
The View hosts have got themselves into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against.
Behind the scenes, ABC executives were in full crisis mode. The network was already dealing with declining ratings, and this controversy put them in a difficult position. Firing Behar would send a message that they take accountability seriously, but keeping her could further damage The View's reputation. Internal sources revealed that emergency meetings were held to discuss possible responses. Advertisers had begun pulling sponsorships from the show, adding financial pressure to the network. The situation was spiraling out of control, and ABC had to decide whether it was worth keeping Behar on board amid the growing scandal.
ABC, having just paid $15 million for a defamation lawsuit, would think not to engage in conspiracy theories.
As the lawsuit gained traction, reports surfaced that Behar was becoming increasingly paranoid. Sources claimed she feared financial ruin and public humiliation, leading her to consider drastic measures. In a shocking turn of events, it was alleged that Behar attempted to flee the country. Reports stated that she booked a one-way ticket to Italy, her ancestral homeland, possibly in an effort to escape legal consequences. This move stunned the public, as it seemed to confirm that Behar was feeling the heat from the lawsuit. However, what she didn't anticipate was that federal authorities were already monitoring her actions.
Americans, do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up. They just paid $15 million.
Behar's alleged escape attempt came to a dramatic end at the airport. Just as she was about to board her flight, federal authorities and TSA agents reportedly intercepted her. Eyewitnesses described the scene as chaotic, with stunned passengers watching as Behar was taken into custody. Some onlookers even captured footage of the incident, which quickly went viral. Security officials later confirmed that Behar had been detained on suspicion of attempting to evade legal consequences. The footage of her arrest made international headlines, further deepening the controversy and making it nearly impossible for Behar to recover her reputation.
Leavitt appears to be a fierce operator, but she is also 27 and arguably quite glamorous. So of course, the kind and progressive voices at The View reacted to her appointment.
In the aftermath of Behar's arrest, ABC wasted no time in distancing itself from the scandal. Within hours, the network released an official statement confirming that Behar was no longer affiliated with The View. This decision shocked Hollywood, as Behar had been a staple of the show for decades. Some defended her, arguing that she was a victim of cancel culture taken to the extreme, while others felt she was finally facing the consequences of her actions. Either way, ABC's swift decision signaled that they were unwilling to let the controversy damage the network any further.
Yes, and as you mentioned, with conservative women, there's a long list of that, both of Trump's previous press secretaries, females, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, Kayleigh McEnany, other figures like his campaign manager the first time, Kellyanne Conway, Sarah Palin very famously had to bear the brunt of a lot of this. So,
with Behar gone, The View faced an uncertain future. Producers scrambled to find a replacement, but filling the void left by such a high-profile host was no easy task. The scandal also led to broader discussions about the show's direction. Could The View continue without Behar's outspoken and controversial presence? Some speculated that this might mark the beginning of the show's decline, while others believed it was an opportunity to rebrand and regain trust with audiences. The next steps for The View would be crucial in determining whether it could survive this monumental scandal. Even with Behar off The View, the legal battle was far from over. The $50 million lawsuit remained a looming threat, and the media frenzy showed no signs of slowing down. Would Behar fight back with a countersuit? Would she attempt to settle out of court? Meanwhile, Karoline Leavitt's career was on an upward trajectory, with the lawsuit propelling her into the national spotlight. Many speculated that this legal battle could redefine how public figures handle defamation claims in the media. One thing was clear, this controversy was far from over, and its ripple effects would continue for weeks to come. Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.